Hey you guys, my name is Tanea and this is my playground. I am here to inspire you to become your truest selves in this lifetime. And today's topic of this video is shadow work. And let's just get into it. So everybody's in their shadow work era. We're all in our hermit mode eras. It's fall. It's about introspection. The world is just like, dying down. Lots of change and harvesting. And that involves us to go into our minds and see what the fuck is going on in there, right? So I decided to do my shadow work through shrooms. I decided to microdose for 5 days straight and just see who I am and where I'm at in my life, and definitely introspect and do the shadow work that is needed. And baby, let me tell you, shrooms told me a lot about myself, okay? We all know that shrooms can unlock the truth about the world, the universe, but they definitely unlock the truth about yourself. And I have some things to tell y'all that has definitely showed me a lot about myself that I feel like will definitely show you a lot about yourself. And I just want to give this knowledge because you can be going through the same thing too. So the first thing that I learned through shadow work on shrooms is my breathing. I'm breathing all wrong. I am breathing so wrong. We should be breathing slow and deep, intentional breaths, but we breathe too short, too shallow, and too sharp. And honey, breathing that way definitely upregulates our nervous system. We have the parasympathetic nervous system and then the sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is fight and flight mode, or freeze and fawn. And breathing too short, shallow, or sharp definitely upregulates that nervous system. And we're just sitting here breathing on survival mode when we're just living our mundane, regular lives, and we're thinking fight or flight. And we shouldn't be thinking like that, only when we're in moments of survival. Now we got the parasympathetic nervous system, and that's the nervous system that's about rest, it's about healing, it's about growth, it's about sleep. That's the breathing methods that we should be breathing as. And when we're breathing slow, deep, intentional breaths, we're down regulating our nervous system, and we can be healing and we can be resting, and we can be breathing through our parasympathetic nervous system. So right now I just been focusing on breathing, because when I was on shrooms I couldn't breathe. I had to only literally breathe slow, and I do have asthma, so it could have been fucking up with that too, but I literally had to breathe slowly to be able to breathe. And that definitely taught me that if I'm not feeling that in regular moments of soberness, I'm stuck. I'm not breathing. And yes, I'm breathing, but I'm not breathing. So here's tip number 1. Breathe slow, deep, intentional breaths to down-regulate your parasympathetic nervous system, so we can rest and we can heal and we can go on about our day and not be in fight and flight survival mode. So tip number 2 is emotions. Oh my gosh. I felt my emotions not only in my mind, but through my body. If I felt joy, I felt it through my body immensely, like if I was a child. If I felt sadness, it took on my body. I don't know if y'all ever seen Inside Out and how their emotions are them. When I was feeling sad, I was sadness. I was blue and I was mopey and I was sluggish. When I felt anger, I was heated. I was red. We are literally those emotions. When we feel them, we take on it and embody these emotions. So if you're feeling a negative emotion, you're feeling a negative thought. And then that negative thought goes into your body and it turns into a negative cycle. And then you're just that emotion right then and there until you switch that shit. And I had to learn that I'm like, I can't sit in negative emotions, or I will become that negative cycle, and then everything I touch, just like an Inside Out, everything I touch will become that freaking emotion. So I had to make sure that if I want to be joy, I'm gonna be fucking joy, okay? Because I don't want to be sadness. I can be sadness for a little bit, because sadness is needed, but I cannot be it for long periods of time to where everything I touch becomes sadness, everything I touch becomes anger. So emotions not only stay in the mind, they go throughout the whole body, they go throughout your whole spirit, and you embody them. We came to this earth to feel the human experience, and emotions is definitely a part of the human experience. And I definitely learned that through shadow work on shrooms. So that was like tip number 2. Make sure if you're feeling some type of emotion, feel it, and if it's not the emotion that you want to sit with, change it up real quick, because you can. You definitely can. Tip number 3, the comfort zone. The comfort zone is the danger zone, okay? Oh my gosh, there's moments when I was just sitting there on shrooms. I'm like, I want to go do something. I could be going on a hike. I can be going and cooking or eating something delicious, but yet I'm sitting here eating something sluggish and watching TV and just letting the day go by. And I'm telling you, that took a toll on me as much as the emotions did. The comfort zone is definitely feels like negative emotions. It definitely feels like a funk. It definitely feels like a energy where you're just so comfortable you don't want to get up. You're just so comfortable you don't want to leave. Even if that comfort is hurting you, at the same time it still feels so good. It's like drugs. The comfort zone is like drugs, and you can get addicted to your comfort zone. And that's why I say the comfort zone is the danger zone, because once you're in it, baby, you're not coming out of it. You're not coming out of it until someone pulls you out of it, or you have the mindset to pull yourself out of it. So if you find yourself in your comfort zone, make sure you find ways or people to help you get out of it, because it's so easy to stay stuck in it, and you will not grow or evolve in your comfort zone. So that is tip number 3. Comfort zone is a danger zone equals. Tip number 4, y'all, processed sugar is so fucking overrated. I swear. I was microdosing, and then I went to go hang out with a new friend, and she was telling me about how she much rather be eating natural sugar than processed sugar. And I was on shrooms. I'm like, there is a huge fucking difference. Natural sugar is so much better for the body, and it's still sugar at the same time. The over processed sugar, it just made me feel like the negative emotions in the comfort zone. It made me feel comfortable, but it made me feel in danger. It made me feel yucky. It made me feel like, why am I sitting here intentionally putting this stuff in my body, when there's natural sugar out there that tastes way better, that tastes way sweeter, and will be better for your body, literally heal your body. And being on shrooms made me realize that, like, I can't be out here just soaking up processed sugar. And I may have parasites to where I'm gonna have to get that bug out to be able to love natural sugar. Because what's crazy, I was telling her how I can't eat fruit a lot of the time. Like, I can only eat it for about like 3 days, and I'm over fruit. I'm like over it. But I can sit and eat a Twix and an Oreo every fucking day. And that should be the other way around. Like, how come I cannot consume fruit in longer periods of time? Like, what's wrong with me? It could be a parasite, and I do need to go through a parasite cleanse, but we're not talking about that right now. I just need to tell y'all to choose natural sugar over processed sugar, because if you're eating processed sugar, most of the time you're in your comfort zone, and you're in negative thoughts, and you're in negative emotions, and you're in a negative cycle, and you're not gonna get out of this muddy funk until you do something about it. And being on shrooms made me realize that I need to make sure that I am eating natural sugar and stop eating over processed sugar. Because last night I was in bed and I ate some ice cream with some Oreos, and it just didn't do it for me. It didn't do it, like the taste didn't do it for me. And if you're on shrooms, you know, you don't really eat. You don't eat. I mean, for me, I don't eat on shrooms. So when I did sit there and eat the sugar, I was like, this is what I fucking choose to eat. And I have access to healthier versions of this, and this is what I choose to eat. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good off of this. I'm cool off of this. So right now I'm just like it helped me because I was already trying to limit sugar, and doing the shadow work definitely helped me now limit sugar. And I'm finna be off of sugar right now and finna be in my natural sugar era. And that's what tip number 4 is about. Be in your natural sugar era, okay? Tip number 5, have fun. Be silly, be free, let your inner child be, experience nostalgia. Like, we're only here for a short period of time, and most of the time life is kicking our ass, and we should just have fun. And literally what I did when I was overwhelmed, or like the shrooms got to me or whatever, and my mindset was like, you know, a little off, I would literally go and do something fun. I would literally go and do something creative that would let my inner child come to the surface and just do her thing, and I just have fun. I decorated my house, I painted, I crocheted. Like, I just literally found something to do that was fun to me, and it literally switched up my mindset right away. Like, that's what exactly it did. Switch that shit up for real fast. And I was very grateful to, cause like when you're like so like in your healing era, everything becomes boring, you know? Like the mundane becomes boring, shit becomes boring, then you're like thinking that life, I'm like, oh, life is boring. But it's not. Like, when you just sit there and you don't take stuff seriously, and you just have fun. Like, I was watching SpongeBob on shrooms, and I'm telling you, SpongeBob helped me out for real. It helped me out with my imagination. It definitely helped me out with so much stuff, and I just sat there and connected to my inner child through nostalgia. Nostalgia on shrooms. That is an orgasm right there. I'm telling y'all. I literally watched High School Musical today, and I just went through watching just so many different shows and doing so many different things that I've done when I was younger. Because nostalgia definitely just, I feel like nostalgia is definitely like deja vu. When you're experiencing nostalgia, it's like your past self, like your inner child is watching. Like, when I sat here and watched High School Musical today, I literally felt like my 6-year-old self was watching High School Musical at the exact same time, because with parallel universes, they're happening simultaneously. And my future self that I am right now is watching High School Musical as my past self is watching High School Musical too. And it was like so cool because I was feeling that nostalgia, and it's just like I connected. That's what tip number 6 is about. Connection. Oh my God, connection. When I went on a hike, it wasn't about being fun or boring or long or short. It was just about the connection that I felt. I felt connected. Like, literally, like I am nature. Nature is me. And I felt so connected to the nature around me, and the forest around me, and the mountains, to where like I was drawn in. And time became an illusion on that hike. Like, I lost a lot of time. I didn't even lose a lot of time. Like, time lost me. That's what it was. Because I was just enjoying being in that moment, and I was literally in the moment. I was in the moment for real. And it was like just a beautiful hike, and I'm very grateful for it. And that was tip number 7. I'm losing my tips, because tip number 6 was have fun. So tip number 7 was connection. Connect. Find something to where you literally become oneness with the earth, like literally become oneness with the universe. Like you feel that oneness, and when you find that, hold on to it, because it matters so much. It matters so fucking much, just as much as the nostalgia matters and the having fun. It matters. And that was tip number 7. Okay. Tip number 8, discipline. I don't have very good self-discipline. There's times when I do have good self-discipline, and there's times when I don't. And when I was doing my shadow work in like the few past months, I didn't have good self-discipline. And that's what I wanted to come on here and say. Like, discipline fucking matters. Like, you have to be your own parent. Like, you literally have to sit down and tell yourself sometimes, like, no, I don't need to spend this much money. No, I don't need to eat this snack. No, I don't need to sit here and do this. Like, it matters so much if you want to level up as a person and you want to evolve and heal and grow. Discipline fucking matters. And it doesn't have to be this harsh thing like, discipline. It doesn't have to be stern. It can be a beautiful act of self-care. Discipline is self-care. Like, and I've said this before, self-care can be anything. So if you find something that's stern or hard, like discipline, where society puts it like that, turn it into self-care, and then boom, you're healing. That is freaking tip number 8 is discipline matters. Turn that shit into self-care. And last but not least, for tip number 9, I was gonna do 10 tips, but they honestly like combine into one another. Tip number 9 is expression. Like, what I've been doing for the past 4 years, my spiritual journey, I've been turning everything I touch into me. Like, everything I touch becomes me, because I am expressing myself. I am literally curating everything around my life to be like me. Like, when I was watching High School Musical, Sharpay, she made everything fucking pink. She's expressing herself. Everything she touched was pink, you know? And that's what I'm doing. Everything I touch becomes me, because whatever I come into contact with is me, because we're one. And that's what I fucking realized on shrooms, that expression fucking matters. If you want to see yourself through a different eye, through a different perspective, express yourself as much as you can, and don't hold back. Let the world see you. We all came here to shine our lights and shine bright and live the human experience. So make sure everybody sees your fucking experience, okay? And that was fucking tip number 9. Express yourself. And that's all I got. Like, these past 5 days was such a beautiful experiment, and I think this is how I'm gonna continue to do my shadow work, is through shrooms. Because when I was on shrooms, I was able to sit there and literally analyze my life. And we're still in Virgo season, so I was literally sitting there analyzing everything that I fucking do. And I was like, damn, I do that? Damn, I eat this? I'm like, damn. Like, I was like, oh my God. So I really sat there, and it was like an out-of-body experience. I just moseyed on about my day how I usually do, and found the stuff that just don't resonate, and now I'm taking that shit out. Like, it don't resonate. And the stuff that I did do, because I made sure that I did things that my higher self, that I can do, that connects to my higher self. I made sure I did things like that so that I know how they feel and why they matter and why I should be doing them. And then the things that I normally do, like eat bad or something, I make sure I did it to see how it feels, to make sure I take it out and why I should take it out. So if you want to be like me and go ahead and do your shadow work on shrooms, I totally recommended it. I honestly don't remember how many grams I took, but you know, like, do what you gotta do. It's a microdose. Don't be tripping or whatever. It's literally a microdose, so you can see and live through a different experience and not through your sober self for a little bit. And yeah, I did it for 5 days straight, and it was a beautiful experience. And I am gonna chill off of it because I don't want to be like abusing the drug or whatever, but I'm definitely gonna do it again once I feel like I need to go back into hermit mode. But that's all I got for today. I hope that this video resonated. I hope that you learned a lot. I hope that you get some shrooms. You go ahead and do your microdosing shadow work, and let me know in the comments like what you experienced. Let me know in the comments like if you need me to go deeper on a tip that I did today. Like if you need me to go deeper on a subject, I will make a whole nother video about it, because I know that I don't want this video to go so long. But that's all I got, and life is beautiful, and I actually love being a human. Sometimes it's hard, but it's a beautiful experience. And yeah, I feel definitely healed, and everybody's healing is different. So I definitely feel healed from, it was quick because I already knew the bullshit that I had to let go, but being on shrooms definitely made me live through it and be in the moment. And it was like, nah, I can't do this anymore. I literally got tired of my bullshit, and I'm on a new level now. And that's why I sat here and shared this experience, because if you're tired of your bullshit, shrooms will let you know real quick. It's like a strict parent. Shrooms will fucking let you know. But that's all I got for today. Like, share, comment, definitely share this video. I want people to experience what I experienced, and I want them to ingest this energy that I'm giving. And that's all I got for today. See you in the next video. Bye.